Hey, Inuki here. If you'd like more CoH games, show your support on Twitch or join the Discord. Now Jenkins, introduce the commanders, please.
Will tip my helmet to you, Inuki. Set to give Jerry a jolly good thrashing on the grand stage of Day 101, let's introduce our brave allied commanders. Leading the pack in the colour of Royal Mail vans, we've got Eisernes Kreuz of the British Forces, a fine fellow of rank 51. Word is it that he commandeered a windmill in Holland, transforming it into an impromptu AA gun to swat buzzing Luftwaffe like bothersome flies. Aiding him is our Uncle Sam's ace card, Agent Redacted. This high-ranking chap is an elusive secret squirrel of rank 321. Notoriously, he once guided his entire division to safety in the dead of night, using only the glow from a cheeseburger. However, foes are not far behind as we introduce our Axis commanders. Ares, of the Wehrmacht, shaded a sneaky teal and holding a rank of 25, holds his position in the west. Now this blighter has an unsporting knack for replacing our field maps with directions to the nearest Bratwurst festival, a right muddle that was. Alongside him waltzes the Afrika Corps commander, Hunter, shaded a suspiciously calm blue and standing at rank 26. Rumour has it, he once manipulated the stock market to cause a severe deficiency of fish and chips within our ranks. Downing Street was not amused. It seems we're in for quite a toe-to-toe at Day 101. It's set to be an absolute corker.
Okay, and my dogs have gone crazy. Dingo out and about. I love the urban area around this side of the map on Day 101. It's a very pretty place to fight over, that's for sure. So Dingo there, 250, with a squad driving around in it. Such a big map. But we're finally going to get those bullets trading over the central victory point. In go the rifles. The Pioneers stand no chance whatsoever, but yeah, they give it their all. Well, almost 99%. They don't give it all of their life, but you don't want to, do you? Pioneers versus Scout. Hello, doggy. Okay. I don't know. The dogs went absolutely crazy there. Of course they would go crazy at the start of a match. I see infantry holding up inside a building. The sappers are going to pummel them with some fruit and veg from the market stalls. Maybe that can get them out of the building. It's not a great building to hold up in, though. Not many firing positions. The roof is nice, sure, but when only one person can be on the roof? Very interesting start. Building a fighting position. I love it. I gotta see it in effect, though. The Axis do manage to move up onto the Allied side of the map. But say hello to a mortar firing from their base. You don't see that every day. And yet, maybe we should. Shouldn't be too difficult for the Allies to take this back, but actually, since there's an MG just randomly over here, wow! This is aggressive play from Ares.
Sector now under enemy control.
Just maneuvering around. Redacted knows the value of spacing out their infantry. Rifles with flamethrowers.
Grenadiers have been mustered for battle.
Do they want to take out that fighting position, maybe? I think it'd probably have some good value. You're going to put some mines down. You can put some mines down on the door to that building, using it as slight bait. I think mines would damage the building as well. Over on the town side of the map, though. I think we're dancing around buildings here. This just looks wacky. The sapper's doing a great job. Dingo comes in, wants to play too. Amazing micro skills from Kreuz. Hunter having to move back from that one. Again, that was super impressive. Just a sapper squad and a dingo taking on 2 palm grens and a 250.
Enemy forces have
We were trying to drop a
victory
mine
point.
down there as well, but then pioneers come in, interrupt them.
Research completed.
Want to get that retreat as early as possible. Back over on the other side of the map, though. Yep, mines are down, but I think Ares spotted that. I don't think they spotted these mines, though. They spotted that mine going down. Good flank, though, from the rifles. Sends the MG pack in. Mortar overhead, providing fire support as well. Excellent tactics. Just got to make sure that you don't mortar yourself. Flamethrowers providing literal fire support. Oh, direct hit from the mortar there. Perfect. Here come the reinforcements from CoH helping their ally. Getting side of the firing position themselves. Oh, sticky grenade off on the 250. Damages the engine. Pioneers want to go back and repair that up. There was a mine that detonated, I think, over on the town side of the map. Nice to see this teamwork, though. Gonna move back over to their side of the map. I mean, it really isn't, like I say, their side of the map, but honestly, in all team games, the map is all of yours to fight. Sure, focus on your side, whatever side you start on in the initial stages, but past 10 minutes, maybe consider that your tank sitting on your side of the map could be better used elsewhere. Oh, it's so beautiful. Seeing that squad run across there. Straight into 3 infantry sections. Not a problem. Quad half-track flak Verling is out here as well, trying to reverse and keep that fire on the enemy. It's all flamethrowers and Verlings, baby. And there's that mine. Don't worry, there's another one. We got another surprise in store.
We have lost control of a victory point.
I think Ares saw the mine go down, but unfortunately Hunter didn't know that. This is quite interesting. I love the Arctic skin in there. Oh, dropping that Grenadier squad into the mines.
Our enemy has control over all victory points.
Tragic.
The enemy have taken our territory.
It's a great battle here. Just over a +10 fuel point, mind you. The sheer amount of death. Just for a little bit more fuel. A little bit more teching progress. The mortar so far forward as well. They'll definitely have to move back now. Medic doing their job there. Whilst all that fighting was occurring, though, CoH did manage to move up on the right-hand side of the map.
Commandant, territory sector lost.
Something that the Axis are going to have to respond to. Hunter making their way there with their palm grens. Giving chase at the moment. Just some infantry sections behind walls that they have to deal with.
We are down to 300
Nothing
points.
too threatening. Ares did send the Pioneer squad to go capture some of that left-hand side of the map that is uncontested. Repairs underway. Recapturing lost ground underway. And scouting also underway. You know, nice to see an actual scout squad used to, well, scout. Spotting for that mortar. Unfortunately for Ares, it's going to be difficult for them just to sit behind cover. you know, more than 5 seconds. Wow! Ripping that wall apart. We have a Stummel out here as well. Stummel is going to provide excellent value for all these battles that we've currently seen.
Our frontline pioneers are dead.
So much infantry out on the field. We had a captain as well. We saw them earlier. Battle group choices. We got the battlefield espionage for Hunter. Delightful. For CoH, we got the Indian artillery group. We also have a Stuart out here now. I'm not seeing too much of the Stuart recently because I feel like a lot of people have been saying that the timing on the Stuart comes out too late for its value. Well, I beg to differ because I think the Stuart is always an adorable little tank, and I love to see it skitter around on the battlefield, being nippy and defending back lines later on in the game. There's that funk wagon. It's the funkiest thing. Oh, I love it. I love the Stuart. Oh no, the Stuart. Oh, bless its little heart and soul. It tried its very best. 4 infantry sections here. Managing to put up a shield. Not enough to save the Stuart, but just kind of dissuade the Axis advance for a brief moment. Hunter now capturing lost town territory.
Alarm. Sector overrun.
Scout squad just wanting to get a flare up. I'll see the AT gun. Ooh, excuse me. We got more mines going down here. It's not going to be good if the Stummel fires there.
200 points.
Oh. Yep. That's one way to disarm a mine. No fear. No fear. There we go. That's the more appropriate response. Retreat. Oh my god, we got friendly fire going down. Yeah, there we go. That's the 4.2-inch mortar.
Bunker will be a medical facility momentarily.
Such a huge explosion. I think the 4.2-inch mortar is one of my favorite things about playing the British and playing the Indian artillery group. You can get it quite early out of the door. And if you're pretty good with the micro of it, you'll be able to better punish, not necessarily control victory points, but punish the opposing team for trying to take them. It's got a huge range. Right now, all commanders are go on this central victory point.
We have command points.
The Axis have been shaved all the way down to 200 tickets. Panzer Pioneer managing to make it out there alive. We've got a medic truck back here. This Funk Panzer wagon provides stealth to nearby infantry. And we got 2, in fact. We'll see if we see any more battlefield espionage delights. We have the Intel disruption beacon as well. Allows to camouflage nearby infantry. I don't think I've seen a beacon around yet. Maybe your eyes are better than mine. Which is why I've opened up the casting, if you're listening to the VODs on this. Everyone can sort of become a caster and have their text read out during the game. So you can provide even more insight. Because Company of Heroes 3 is a fantastic game. Sometimes there's way too much going on. Not that I'm complaining. I like that there's way too much going on. But it would be nice to have more eyes and more insight to attract new players and get them involved. I always like appealing to new players. The more players to play with, the better, I think it is. And, you know, RTS, it's not had the greatest of moments in recent years. The Company of Heroes 3 is a fantastic addition.
Commander,
just needed some time to breathe, and I hope we see more. We got new battle group doctrines coming as well. Heavy tank focused.
We have lost the
What's
sector.
happening to this aircraft? Oh, it crashes. Was it just a recon plane? Maybe. Looked a bit big. Oh, here we go. Trying to get an angle on this. Oh, I so want to be able to, like, look all the way up. Oh, it's just a drop. Woo! Just a supply drop. I thought it was going to be somewhat cooler. Okay, the Axis have got some real troubles now. Sure, they got 3 victory points, but I'm going to say probably not for long. Area's looking a little bit low on their army value. They do have a Vet 3 machine gun. If that can carry the whole team. We've got a Pack 38 here.
The enemy
And a
has taken the
stolen.
victory point.
I think that's an M1. Get some side shots on the Sherman.
Installing a Panzer officer.
Very fortunate to have that kind of AT power there as the
One
Sherman
heavy
rode
assault
up.
gun is standing by.
Quite far up, I think. I think the Allies are pretty far up here. But hey, they kind of know where the Axis forces are concentrated now, which is useful intelligence to play around. Not when you don't have any more units on the field, though. A casual retreat. Just a soft retreat would have been better there. Had they had known what they were running into, but
Enemy forces
I think a
have
hard
captured
retreat is the
victory
right
point.
call. They would have only had 2 squads, I think, to deal with that whole wave of Axis. Had they saw it earlier, though, they would have had 4 squads to try and hold the ground.
Sector lost.
Brumbar going to be a problem. Calling in some artillery. The rifles don't seem to give a damn. They have to run through that artillery.
Shock veterans have been relinquished to us.
Careful, doesn't make it out. Oh, the captain doesn't make it out either. Huge loss for Redacted. I think we're going to have to quite possibly put the information of those losses into, into some kind of top secret folder. We don't want that getting out to the public, do we? Looking great for the Axis now, though, after that turnaround. Especially for Hunter. They look strong at the moment.
The enemy has 300
How
points
strong can they be against 4 infantry sections? Well, pretty strong when they got a Panzer IV. Got a 6-pounder here, though, looking down the road. It's enough to make Hunter think twice.
Pioneers are reporting for duty.
Not much heavy cover around here now.
Victory point lost.
You know, maybe just like building some sandbags whilst you're idling around wouldn't be too bad. I never see sandbags anymore. No one likes to build sandbags. I think, like, I kind of wish that there was a technology for, I don't know, like maybe reinforcing sandbags or something. Like you build sandbags and then you can kind of repair the sandbags, or I don't know. I'd just like to see more sandbag building late game. Incendiary artillery going down here, but more importantly is this big bombing run. Hunter saw it coming though, and they evacuated the area nice and clean. Big abilities out. Now for the Crusader tanks to come in for a flank. They know where the AT guns are. 1 AT gun was decrewed. That's huge. Airburst artillery coming down in the area as well. And I think we're going to lose that second pack as well. It just fired 1 shot before the last man hightails it out of there. Good strafing run from Ares. We're just running through the flames there. Just run through the flames and scream. If you need to scream, just let it all out. But we're going to run through those flames no matter what. Hellcat and Sherman side by side. Sherman's just going to finish off that AT gun. Hellcat going very, very far. Exposing its rear armor to a Stummel. I feel like the Stummel almost wins in that situation. Sherman needs some assistance. And this little Crusader wants to help, but there is a pack in the way that's getting air bursted as well. There's just so many layers to this battle. Flamethrowers, too. We've got to take out the piece that's defending against the piece and trying to avoid friendly fire. Oh, Brumbar almost finishing the Sapper squad off. The Crusaders need their sappers for emergency repairs. Back to base they go. I'm surprised this mortar team doesn't have more veterancy. Did it get murdered at some point? We got another Crusader tank out here. Both sides trying to recover from that last bout. 280 tickets for the Allies to 160 and counting down for the Axis. Paratroopers. Elite Special Forces! Sometimes it's not too obvious which way to exit out of a field.
Sector now under enemy control.
Infantry advancing Palmgrens. I don't know what they're thinking against a Sherman. Maybe just trying to keep sight.
Commandant, territory sector lost. We have finished the research.
Allies trying to recover some of this lost ground. No contest though. Hunter is not in the area. I feel like battlefield espionage players typically like to... There we go, intel disruption beacon going down. They like to group up their units a little bit more. See the stealth range there, wow. Ooh. It's going to be a nasty surprise to run into. Though not if you're 3 Crusader tanks. Maybe if the mortar were to pepper this area. Unfortunately, I think the bombard is on cooldown. Axis sitting tight on there. We got 2 Shermans on the left. They find that Vet 3 MG. That'll be sad to lose. They are giving chase. Panzer 4. Panzer 4s. Nope, just one Panzer 4 to respond. The other one's going to sit there. Just Ares. MG did make it away, though.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
4 Crusader tanks now. Oh, my God. Definitely going to be a problem. Not sure how the Axis counters this one.
They are securing our capture point.
Another incendiary barrage on the victory point to try and keep it in the hands of the Axis forces. We Crusaders are go. A loiter is coming down. I think these will be able to reverse out of it, though.
Territory sector lost.
Just a light sprinkling of damage. Nothing too major. I kind of feel like it shouldn't have been used for damage there. The best way to use those abilities are to punish aggression. So when the enemy tries to attack you, they are driving forward, and then suddenly they have to like either drive forward more or drive backwards or rotate around, which means they're stuck in the loiter for longer. But you also might be able to get some snares on them, and if you get a snare and a loiter, that's great. Now, if you've got the munitions spare, then sure. I mean, we're 112 munitions there. And it's not too bad. You know, 180 munitions on a Stuka loiter. In another 3 minutes, they'd have another Stuka loiter. And I think trying to play around getting a good one of those off would be my battle plan. I do play Luftwaffe when I play Wehrmacht. I'm like airborne when I play US, Luftwaffe when I play Wehrmacht. Oh, bombing run incoming.
Alarm. We have lost control of a victory point.
It's just so slow. Strasstruppen lose a guy. That was it. It's a bit much, isn't it? Again, using those abilities in tandem with something else, I think, is the way to go. Oh, I love this little defensive position here.
We have 100 points left.
Tank battle on the left-hand side. Panzer IVs seem to be favorable. One Sherman down. Maybe we should rotate this gun or this tank so the front armor is facing the Sherman. I think late on the retreat there, Redacted. You can have a medal, though. Not going to be a Victoria Cross.
Anti-tank gun and crew
Or is it Purple Heart? I'm not... Victoria Cross is the highest medal of honor you can get at the time. For the British forces,
Panzer IV
this Panzer IV is swarmed.
Panzer IV.
Look at the convoy. Wow. That's so cool. It looks really cool seeing a convoy of tanks like that. I can't keep my eyes off it. I don't know if you remember that game. There was a... You know the game where you play like as a helicopter and you go rescue guys? It was like in the 90s or something. It reminds me of that. And a new version of that game, we're going to lose a palm there. I think it was called somewhat hot zone. No, that can't be it. Tiger tank out here. It was really cool to see like a modern version of that game, and just looking at that convoy moving around made me think how cool it would be to have a game like that with this graphics. I think World of Tanks, but you control these tanks. It's definitely turned into micro machines at this point, though. These Crusader tanks are dominating. I don't know what to tell you.
Our AT gun has been destroyed.
It's just kind of expected. The Axis didn't have enough to counter this. Yeah, I mean, a Stuka Loiter for this situation would have been great. Think how much covering fire you can provide for your pack guns in a situation like that. If they just held onto that ability rather than trying to want to see it be, you know, effective, like right away, like they had it and it was just like, oh, I want to use it, I want it to be really good, but you got to show some patience. Oh, patience it be. Nonetheless, fantastic map, fantastic ending, fantastic players, fantastic cast. Hopefully.
Hey, Vivi here. I edit and upload the videos here on Ironcast. If you want to see Inuki cast more, then like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, come along to the Discord, do anything to let him know. Inuki would love to cast more if you'd like to see more.